What's up guys, Mickle here, and I am fully convinced we are at the start of a brand new cryptocurrency bull market. Over the past few days, we have had an insane amount of news in relation to institutional adoption of cryptocurrencies. Now, most of this news really has revolved around Bitcoin, but in this video, I want to show you exactly why this will not stop at Bitcoin, and this is going to fully impact assets like XRP as well. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see that. I have a lot of people asking me right now, why are all these ETFs, why are all these institutions only talking about Bitcoin? I want to make it clear to you guys why that is happening and why XRP is involved with this movement. Make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see that. You are not going to want to miss it. I also want to address in this video some FUD alleged in the Ripple SEC case, and that has to do with Ripple paying XRP influencers. I want to let you guys know exactly what I think about that and whether or not I have ever been paid by Ripple. I think you guys are going to find this pretty interesting, so make sure to stick around for that. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. If you enjoy videos just like this, make sure to take a quick second to like this video and subscribe to my channel. It's really going to help me out so much. Also, if you ever need a good place to buy some XRP or the Flare token, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So I want to start this video out with the question of the day: am I paid by Ripple to talk about XRP? And the answer to that is, unfortunately, no. If Ripple wants to offer me any money, or if any of you have connections to Ripple to get them to pay me to talk about XRP, I would love to take that offer, but no, unfortunately, I make these videos just because I'm obsessed with Ripple and XRP. I love talking about the technology. I love educating people with what I have learned, but no, Ripple does not pay me any money to make these videos. I wish they would pay me money to make these videos. It would be a lot more profitable, but no, I don't get any money. So where does this whole question come from, and why am I even talking about this? Well, earlier today, Scams Are Bad put out a tweet, and this tweet was essentially an email from Ripple that the SEC used in their case, where essentially a Ripple employee came out and said the goal of what they were doing was to drive XRP speculative trading volume by essentially paying people to talk about XRP. Now, a lot of people came out, and when they saw this, they were saying, oh, this is super bad. I can't believe Ripple was doing this. I can't believe Ripple was paying people to talk about XRP so they could dump their bags on us. Well, first of all, I think anyone with a little common sense can look past the idea of Ripple just using XRP to dump on us at this point. I think if you can't see what Ripple is building with XRP, you're probably a little blind. Ripple is doing billions of dollars of transactions using ODL every single year for institutions. They are using XRP to build CBDCs. It is so obvious XRP is a critical part of their business strategy. It's almost a waste of time for me to even address the idea that XRP is just some mechanism to dump on retail. So let's talk about real quick why Ripple may have been paying some people to talk about XRP. And we can just look directly at the email. What were these people talking about? Taking on skeptics, talking about the escrow, talking about decentralization, talking about how to connect to XRP with the Ripple network, demonstrating technological superiority. Do any of these sound like bad things for Ripple to be having people talk about? We need to understand that when this was happening, it was 2017. Not a lot of people knew about the XRP ledger. There was a ton of FUD going around, and in fact, Bitcoin maximalists were actually paying people to go out and FUD the XRP ledger. So what was Ripple going to do? Ripple was going to pay some people to counteract all the FUD that was going out. Do I think that is a bad thing? Of course not. I think it's a good thing. I think it's probably a smart business move. If a bunch of people are in the market lying about what you're doing, and if people are going to say, oh, well, this company's lying, so people essentially can't trust Ripple, why wouldn't you just pay some people to tell the truth? If Ripple offered me some money to make my videos the way I'm making them right now, and as long as Ripple wasn't telling me I had to lie about things, I would say, why not? If you're just looking at me as someone who's promoting the XRP ledger because I love it, and you want to throw me some money, who cares? So my whole thing about this is it's a massive nothing burger. Who cares that Ripple tried to crush FUD? Who cares that Ripple paid a couple of people to talk about XRP? At the end of the day, this would only matter, and this would only be a bad thing if Ripple was some fraudulent company. If XRP was some you-know-what coin and it wasn't being used for anything. But That could not be the furthest thing from the truth. Ultimately, we should all be happy Ripple did this because it just got the word out, it crushed FUD, and taught all of us more about XRP. So do I think this is some bad thing? Do I think this was some evil strategy by Ripple? No, not at all. I think the only people who would see it this way would be people who literally just are going to FUD the XRP ledger and Ripple at all costs and just want to try to spin this into their own narrative. I don't see at all how this could be significant in the slightest. Every single cryptocurrency project out there has a marketing team. It's just how this space works. If you ask me whether or not this has any implications on the Ripple SEC case, I would say absolutely not. And there is a reason the SEC, Ripple, and all the lawyers who have been following this case have not brought this up once. It literally does not matter at all unless you are trying to create FUD. Now, I think it's so funny that some people will latch on to things like that, latch on to an email from 2017 that literally means absolutely nothing, but then ignore things like this. Stuart Alderati tweeted out just yesterday, the law requires SEC employees, like all federal employees, to act and appear to act impartially. The law asks, would a reasonable person knowing the facts question the person's impartiality? You know the facts, and then cites the exact place that law came from. What Stuart Alderati is pointing out here is Bill Hinman unequivocally broke the law. Bill Hinman was not acting impartial, and neither were the SEC. They gave Ethereum a free pass and then used this case against Ripple to slow down adoption of the XRP ledger. How could you take two technologies, two cryptocurrency platforms, and without giving any logic and say one is a security and the other one isn't, and refuse to provide any logic for how you came to that conclusion? It's an absolute embarrassment. The SEC charged Brad and Chris personally for not knowing XRP was a security when they themselves didn't know if XRP was a security to date. This is an absolute abomination. This is the kind of stuff people should be outraged by, not some random email from Ripple from 2017 trying to put facts forward to the market so people could better understand XRP. No, they should be upset by the corrupt regulator who is trying to pick winners and losers in the market. It's not even comparable to me, in my opinion. I don't understand how some people could see stuff like this and think Ripple is the problem here, not the SEC. But anyway, those people are just going to miss out, and I'm not going to spend time trying to convince them otherwise. So now I want to finish this video off and show you guys why I think we're at the start of a brand new bull market, because the news we have gotten this week has absolutely blown my mind and is going to show you that we are moving into a brand new phase of this industry, the phase of institutional adoption. So this was just this week. Deutsche Bank applies for a digital asset license. Then we have BlackRock applying for a Bitcoin ETF. Then we have Wisdom Tree applying for a Bitcoin ETF. And then we have a brand new cryptocurrency exchange being launched by Citadel, Fidelity, and Charles Schwab. This just pretty much covered every single major financial institution out there, and it all happened this week. Suddenly, out of nowhere, all these different major financial institutions want to get involved in crypto. And let me just say, when I say out of nowhere, I am absolutely kidding. These people have been working on this plan behind the scenes for a while now. They know where this industry is headed, and they want to be a part of it. You really think all this is happening just coincidentally right after the SEC goes after Coinbase and Binance? No, of course not. What they want to do is they want to move into this industry and buy it for pennies on the dollar. They want to create fear around the major exchanges so people move to the new exchanges ran by the traditional financial institutions. This is a power grab. They want control of this industry, and they are going to do anything to get it. At the end of the day, though, the bullish news about all of this is they are 100% legitimizing this industry. They are showing us what we have known the entire time. These big financial institutions are going to adopt cryptocurrency, and it sucks. We're probably going to see some big players killed because of this movement right here, but the strongest technologies will survive, and I am firmly convinced Ripple and XRP are one of those solutions. Now, the next thing I want to quickly talk about is why are they only moving into Bitcoin? Why aren't they talking about XRP? Why is there no XRP ETF? Just like you and I probably got involved in cryptocurrencies with Bitcoin, so are these big financial institutions. They are going to start off slow. They're going to say, hey, a lot of our customers have never seen a digital asset before. Here's this Bitcoin ETF. It's safe. We'll custody your assets. We'll make sure you don't lose any money. And all you have to do is buy this ticker just like any stock. They're not going to go in and say, oh, by the way, we're also using XRP as the new rails for our settlement system. Don't worry. They're going to start off slow, just introduce the idea of cryptocurrencies, but let me just tell you right now, it is no coincidence that the head of BlackRock's digital asset program is a former Ripple employee. These big banks, these big institutions will tell you cryptocurrencies is a scam to your face. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, they are going to adopt the technology. That is how they work. They understand this is one of the few times in history individual investors were actually able to front run the institutions, and the only thing they can do to stop that from happening is to make you scared. That is what is happening right now in the public. But the reason why I think this bear market is over is because these guys are not going to get involved when things are still going downhill. These guys were waiting for all the fraud to be taken out of the market, the FTXs, the Celsiuses, and then they're going to come in and say, hey, we're the trusted custodians. We're the trusted exchanges. Come to us, and they are going to want to do this on the upslope, not on the downslope, because they don't want to get questions from their shareholders. They want to seem like they came in at the perfect time. And that is why I am now more bullish on this industry than ever before. And let me just say one last time, it's going to start with Bitcoin. It's going to seem like, oh, we're just touching Bitcoin. Just wait, because at the end of the day, these big financial institutions, they want money, and the money goes a lot deeper than just Bitcoin. I guarantee you it will not stop there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for coming. I hope you enjoyed this update. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. It really does mean so much. And for now, Mickle out.